Hey guys, it's Adu. I'm back again with another video. It's been a while, I can't lie. It's really been a while. You know when like something has been a while, like you, I guess, speaking with your friend, seeing that friend that you literally haven't seen in like ages and like forever, and then when you do, it almost feels like, how are we friends? Like, for real, how are we friends? Because like that level of just lack of communication, that level of it, it's really like concerning sometimes. And it's like, wow, we really can go for days without communicating, but we're still like this. We're still like this. Sorry. Yeah. But anyway, honestly, it's nice. Like one thing that I notice is that I may be outside my house, you know, distractions, sisters, mom, away from all that, but then it's like the nosy strangers, nosy neighbors type, they come into the picture when I leave my home. You can't get what you want in this life. But anyway, enough of the chit chat. Let's get into the nitty gritty. So I am continuing my series, and honestly, I love the idea of this series, considering that I made a video like a part of the series, my very first video, and I'm going to tell you what the series is. The series is my unpopular film, TV shows, opinions. Now, this is not something that I've come up with. I'm sure other people have videos of this, but honestly, I think I like more of like sharing with you guys opinions that is more so focused on something specific, like film, like I said, TV, you know, nothing too general, because my unpopular opinions, like, I should just keep them to myself. And I think certain people should follow suit, because not everyone needs to know your unpopular opinions. I think the reason why I think even the fact that they are unpopular means that you might want to, like, you know, keep it to yourself. But some people don't really care for discretion. I do. So why not share with you guys my, I guess, a watered down, diluted version of my unpopular opinions, but more so focused on film. One of my favorites, and TV, something that I just genuinely love to talk about. So yeah, so we're continuing with that series. My very first one, make sure to check it out, it's really good, and make sure to watch till the end of this video. This is going to be really good also. Okay, so my first unpopular opinion that I have to share with you guys, the least unpopular opinion that I have to share with you guys, is the Star Wars prequels. It's about the Star Wars prequels. Everyone goes on about the Star Wars prequels. I've watched videos, you know, people sharing their opinion on the Star Wars franchise in general, and I'm sure if anyone who is a fan like myself, I'm kind of a fan. I wouldn't say I'm like crazy about it, you know, but I've been a fan since I was a kid. And the Star Wars prequels, I started off with those. I didn't start off with the very first Star Wars movies that were released back in like the Stone Ages. I don't care if that offended anyone out there. It was supposed to offend you if you felt offended. But I didn't start off with Luke, Leia, Han Solo, Chewbacca or Chewbacca. No, I started off with Anakin Skywalker before I started off with this guy. No, I started off with Wow, I really forgot her name. How did I forget her name? She was bae. Well, Natalie Portman played her character, and Natalie Portman is bae. But yeah, I started off with the prequels in general, and then as I delved deep into the franchise, those set of films, I believe there were 3. The Phantom Menace, I believe, was the first out of the prequels, and then the next 2 after that, when Anakin Skywalker and wifey, I really forgot her name, but yeah, when they were older, you know. So those films, honestly, they turned me into a fan. Without those films, I don't think I would have become a fan of Star Wars in general. Like, I will tell anyone who's asked, the storyline behind Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, his story, one of the best storylines in film. I don't care. I ate that up, okay? I ate that up. I can't lie, I tapped out probably after I watched Rogue One. And even then, people would say that I was extending a lot more grace. But like I said, I'm not a crazy fan. So that could even be why I love the prequels. But yeah, don't shoot the messenger. Sorry guys, if you noticed like a change with the camera, or if you even noticed that I've gotten a bit more closer, that was intentional. Yeah, because I'm gonna get a bit more like loud. I'm gonna get a bit more loud with these opinions, with these 2 next opinions that I've got to cover right now. But what's next is Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious. Now, I was actually wondering whether I should have ranked this the very first and had Star Wars come next, because Fast and Furious, everyone knows that franchise is trash. Everyone knows that it's garbage. Everyone knows it's literally the dirt, the muck on the bottom of my shoe. Everyone knows that. Fast and Furious is trash, and everyone knows that. Everyone, okay? I kind of wanted to convey a threat with that look. I'm not sure if I got it, but if you out there, anyone watching, likes Fast and Furious, then I don't know if you need an update, if you need a system update, but get with the times. Fast and Furious is trash, so you might need a system update. I really just hate it. I really genuinely hate this franchise. I hate all the films. The very first and last film I ever watched was the one that came out maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. The one with I believe The Rock showed up. Man, The Rock is everywhere on my TV screen. Like, I couldn't even tell you what films he was in. But when I see him, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really in. I know I'm not gonna be in for a good time. No shade, but he really is The Rock. Sorry, when I say rock, I mean he is a rock. And yeah, you could see that is a good thing, but no, he's as boring, unmoving, as unchanging as a rock. He doesn't challenge us at all. He doesn't challenge himself, in fact. So he's gonna stay stuck like a rock. His acting abilities are so inflexible. The guy is boring. And you can even say that's probably why he is a recurring actor in the trash franchise Fast and Furious. The only reason why I low-key even like kind of gave that franchise a chance was because of the tribute that they did for Paul Walker. You know, his death. You know, this was impressive that a movie would kind of tribute his life like that. And I thought that was really awesome. I thought that was endearing. So yeah, that could be why it wasn't enough, but it did start an interest for me with the franchise. And it's just so bad. Like, why are cars flying in the air? Guys, if I wanted to watch Transformers, I would have clicked Transformers. I'm not watching Fast and Furious. Like, okay, so yeah, the final movie unpopular opinions that I have to share with you, that I am going to share with you guys, is all the street dance, Step Up, Honey 2, all those dance trilogies, movies, all them, they are so bad. They are so bad. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it not one bit, mate, as a kid. Don't get me wrong, I did watch a few. I did watch even a few. Okay, I did watch a few of the Step Up movies. Street dance, like maybe one or two, maybe even just one. Honey, I made a video talking about Honey, the two movies, Honey 2 included. I did watch them as a kid, but even like I said, as a kid, I didn't buy any of them. Because do you mean to tell me that these people are dancing? How is she dancing? They have all these stunts, right? When it comes to like the competitions, they have all these stunts to just distract you that these people are terrible dancers. I think the reason why it was so obvious to me, or the reason why it really just like sucked to watch, you know, the movies, was because I actually was into dancing as a kid. Like, I loved dancing. I loved it. I loved watching people dance. I loved to, you know, emulate a few dance moves from certain music videos, you know. Yeah, and then when it came to watching these movies that have the word dance in them, street dance, Step Up, you know, it alludes to busting a move, basically. It alludes to that, right? It alludes to movement. They weren't good. None of the actors could convince me that they were good dancers. And that was my issue with Honey. I did say that in one of my videos, that Jessica Alba was not a convincing dancer. Like, she was just a pretty face and had a banging body. That's pretty much it. The girl could act, don't get me wrong, that's not discrediting her in other areas, but her and other actors included, like, I ain't even gonna lie, Kat Graham was not a good dancer in Honey 2. But like I said in one of my videos, I just preferred her. I just preferred her because I just loved Bonnie Bennett, you know. But the only character from any of these, from all these dance movies that, you know, I would say, yeah, is a dancer, and most people would agree with that, is the character Muse. The guy who played Muse, he was a dancer. I believe he even dances till this day. But like, who else? If anyone really was a dancer too, they pretty much weren't the main characters. They kind of always fell back to the sidelines, right? There was just not a focus on real dancing to me. It was just a bunch of stunts, a bunch of things that really just distract the audience from the reality that these people can't dance. And like, I always would hear that they do break dancing, you know, that could be why I'm not a fan of watching them dance. Well, like, break dancing, okay, so that makes sense then, because they definitely do be trying to break a few bones. That's definitely a fact. Like, these people don't care to make some kind of like you know, dance choreography. No, they want to break their bones. Like, why are you doing acrobatics when you claim to be competing? When you claim to be participating in a dance competition, you are doing acrobatics instead. I didn't come here to see cartwheels. I didn't come here to see you stand on your head. I came to see you do a dance. But you can't do that. Like, these people, who are the people behind all these you know, these movies? Because there was a lot of them. There was a lot of them growing up. And I'm just happy that they stopped. They're not good movies. They're not. They were just a good time. And that's all I can say, mate. That's all I can say. But yeah, those are my unpopular opinions, my movie unpopular opinions. If you disagreed with any of them, then I did a good job. If you, like I said, disagreed with any of them, comment down below, share your grievances, share your agreeances with anyone who agreed, even slightly agreed. But yeah, that's me. And I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Hopefully I would be in a better mood. But yeah.